What if the person you love had a secret that could break your heart? In the village of Akure, a perfect wedding hides a truth that could change everything. Ayo, the beloved daughter of the village, is getting ready for her wedding. Her laughter fills the air, but behind her smile is a dark past, a past that whispers of betrayal.
I thought I could leave my past behind, but can you really escape who you are?
Obinna, her fiancé, dreams of a happy life with Ayo. He doesn't know that the woman he loves has a secret that could ruin everything.
I can't wait to start our life together. With Ayo by my side, my dreams will come true.
My child, you bring joy to our village, but be careful. Sometimes, danger hides where we least expect it.
As the sun sets, shadows grow longer, and a tension fills the air. What secrets does Ayo keep? Will the truth come out before it's too late? If you are curious about stories that bring ancient legends and powerful mysteries to life, subscribe to our channel, where every tale reveals hidden secrets and unfolds epic journeys. In the vibrant village of Akure, life was a beautiful dance of laughter, music, and celebration. Ayo, the cherished daughter of the village chief, was known for her bright smile and kind heart. She was preparing for her wedding to Obinna, the handsome son of a respected farmer. The village was full of excitement with bright decorations everywhere and the smell of tasty food in the air. But under all the happiness, Ayo carried a heavy secret. As she put on her wedding dress, the soft fabric brushed against her skin, reminding her of the past she desperately wanted to forget. Her mother, Mama Ifeoma, watched her with pride, but also concern.
Ayo, my child, you bring joy to our village. But remember, the past has a way of creeping back when we least expect it.
Ayo smiled, trying to reassure her mother. I will be fine, Mama. Today is the happiest day of my life. But as the day went on, shadows of doubt began to grow over Ayo. She couldn't shake the feeling that her past would find a way to ruin her future. The sun shone brightly as villagers gathered to celebrate Ayo and Obinna's love. Laughter and music filled the air, but Ayo felt a knot tightening in her stomach. She watched as Obinna greeted their friends, his eyes sparkling with joy. He had no idea of the storm brewing inside her. Each moment brought Ayo closer to the altar, yet her heart raced with fear. She was haunted by memories of her childhood, whispers of her family's secret legacy. A legacy that told tales of an ancient lineage tied to serpents and magic. She was told to hide her true self, to live like any ordinary girl in the village. But today, just before her wedding, the fear of being found out felt stronger than ever.
I love Obinna more than anything, but what if he can't accept who I really am? What if he learns the truth?
Ayo's best friend, Nia, noticed her unease and pulled her aside. Ayo, are you okay? You seem distant. I'm just nervous, Ayo replied, forcing a smile. But inside, she knew her nerves were because she was scared of being discovered. As the ceremony began, the villagers cheered, and the drums beat a joyful rhythm. Ayo took a deep breath and stepped forward, but the moment felt surreal. The vibrant colors of the decorations around her seemed to blur, and all she could focus on was Obinna's loving gaze.
You look beautiful, Ayo. Today marks the start of our forever.
Ayo's heart swelled with love, yet the weight of her secret pressed heavily on her. As they exchanged vows, she felt a strange presence, a chill that ran down her spine. It was as if the very earth beneath her sensed her fear. Just as Ayo and Obinna were about to kiss, sealing their vows, a loud voice broke through the joyful atmosphere. All eyes turned as an old woman, covered in ancient beads and cloths, staggered forward. Her eyes shone with a strange knowledge, her voice heavy with emotion.
That's Mama Amina. She was banished years ago. Why has she returned today? This day was foretold. A curse lies within her bloodline, a curse that binds her to the serpent gods of old. She cannot hide her true nature forever.
The crowd gasped, whispers rippling like fire as villagers exchanged anxious glances. Ayo's heart skipped a beat, dread settling in. She could feel the weight of old family stories pressing upon her, stories of ancient powers that her mother had tried to hide. In the village of Akure, the elders tell of an old tale, a promise made by Ayo's ancestors with the mystical serpent god Oroshi. To protect their land from famine and invaders, her great-grandmother swore loyalty to the serpent, binding her family line to Oroshi's magic. But there was a price. The eldest daughter in each generation would carry the mark of the serpent.
I always hoped I could escape my destiny, but can you ever really escape who you are?
As the villagers stared in shock, Mama Amina continued, her voice growing stronger.
Look. Even now, the signs are upon her. The serpent's power flows through her veins, and on her wedding night, her true form shall be revealed.
A chill swept over the crowd as Ayo felt a creeping sensation on her skin. The villagers, once friends and neighbors, now looked at her as if she were a stranger, something dangerous.
Ayo, tell me it's not true. Tell me that I haven't been living a lie.
Obinna, I wanted to live a life like anyone else, but this power is part of who I am. My family's promise, our ancient bond with Oroshi, runs through my blood. I cannot change my destiny, but I am still the Ayo you love.
In the distance, thunder rumbled, and a strange wind began to blow through the village. The earth seemed to tremble underfoot, as though responding to the revelation of Ayo's hidden truth. Ayo felt her heart breaking as she faced the villagers' gazes, their once warm expressions now filled with suspicion. The atmosphere turned cold, and the vibrant celebration turned into chaos.
Please let me explain. I am not a monster. I am still the Ayo you love.
But no one listened to her pleas. Fear gripped the villagers as Mama Amina spoke again, her voice booming. The serpent's blood runs through her veins. We must be cautious. Obinna stepped forward, his expression a mix of confusion and hurt. Ayo, is this true? Are you hiding something from me? Tears streamed down Ayo's face as she felt the weight of her secret crashing down around her. She took a deep breath, trying to find the courage to reveal her truth.
I was born into a lineage tied to magic and serpents. I thought I could escape it, but now I see that I must face it.
The villagers gasped, and whispers filled the air. Ayo could feel the walls closing in on her, but she refused to back down. As Ayo tried to explain herself, the sky grew darker and the winds picked up, howling through the trees. Villagers watched in terror as the ground trembled, and from the shadows of the forest, a huge serpent with gleaming scales slithered toward them. Its eyes were sharp and knowing, fixed on Ayo. Ancient legends spoke of this moment. Oroshi, the great serpent god, protector of Ayo's bloodline, was returning. But would he come as friend or foe? The villagers gasped, and some screamed, running in all directions. Ayo stood frozen, the world around her fading as she felt a powerful force within her pulling toward the serpent. It was as if something deep in her blood recognized the creature, connecting her to it.
Ayo, we need to get away from here. This isn't safe.
But Ayo shook her head, calm yet determined. She looked back at him with a sad, knowing smile.
No, Obinna. This is part of me. I cannot run from it any longer.
Stepping toward the massive serpent, Ayo felt a strange strength rise within her, as if she was finally accepting who she was. She reached out a trembling hand, and the serpent bowed its head to her, a silent sign of their ancient bond. The villagers watched, shocked, as Ayo's form began to shimmer and glow with a faint, otherworldly light. The serpent's voice echoed in her mind, soft yet powerful. Io, you are of my line. Accept this power, for it is yours to carry forward. In that moment, Io felt a wave of energy rushing through her body. Her eyes glowed a brilliant gold, her senses sharper than ever before. She had transformed, not into a snake, but into a guardian who could protect her people with wisdom and strength she had never known. The villagers, once fearful, looked on in awe. They saw now that Io was no monster, but a bridge between their world and the spirit world. Obinna, stunned but proud, took her hand, his fear replaced with admiration.
You are more than I ever knew, Io. You are everything I could have dreamed of.
As the serpent turned to leave, disappearing back into the shadows, Io understood that her family's destiny was not a curse, but a gift, one she would carry with honor. The village was safe, and her people, though changed, embraced her as their protector. As the serpent retreated, Io stood tall, her heart filled with newfound strength. The villagers, once fearful, now looked at her with awe and respect. Io had not only confronted her past, but had also shown them that their fears were unfounded.
You are more than I could ever have imagined, Io. You've embraced your truth and transformed it into something beautiful.
In that moment, Io felt the weight of her fears lift. She had feared that her heritage would drive a wedge between her and the man she loved, but instead, it had brought them closer together. Io took his hands, her heart swelling with gratitude and love. As the sun rose over the village of Akure, Io looked around at the faces of her people, no longer just villagers, but a community bound by understanding and acceptance. She realized that she was not defined by the stories of her past, but by the choices she made in the present. In the days that followed, Io became a bridge between her village and her family history. She taught the villagers to embrace the magic within them, showing them that fear could be transformed into understanding. And as the celebrations continued, Io and Obinna stood hand in hand, ready to forge a new future together, a future filled with love, adventure, and the power of embracing one's true self. What other secrets lie hidden in the village of Akure? Subscribe this channel to join Io and Obinna on their next adventure as they uncover more about their heritage and face new challenges. Stay tuned to find out what happens next. Thank you.